Hello fans and welcome here to the 8th annual Holly Young Invitational here from Durham, New Hampshire in Lundholm Gymnasium. My name is Ben Nahn on behalf of UNH Wildcat Productions. You can check out the whole slate of games starting with this one between Idaho State University and Sacred Heart. As this is certainly going to be an amazing tournament. Again, Holly Young Invitational coming after in 8 years of a UNH player, Holly Young, who died of a rear bone cancer in 2008. The tournament's been running since. So we'll have all these games here for you, here on YouTube, live streaming this one. It's a pleasure to be back here. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I'm certainly excited for this opportunity. So let's meet the Idaho State Bengals. This is the first time Idaho State will take on Sacred Heart University, and for Idaho, this is the first time they'll face either Holy Cross or UNH as well. So far, they've had a pretty up and down year, as their record right now lists 4-6. They lost their last 3. They're 0-3 at home and 2-1 away. But Abby Jensen leads the team with 126 kills as we get ready for Sacred Heart, who will go from left to right across the court here now serving. But Idaho State already with a big opportunity, but that will just fall short, but get the point. So 1-0 Idaho State. Abby Jensen again leads the team with 126 kills. Chloe Hurst is second with them. And I'll give you some more facts about Idaho State later on in this one. As here comes Sacred Heart with this. That will go out, and it's already 2-0 Bengals. As we look for Sacred Heart, right now their volleyball team struggling a little bit as well in this one after their tournament. They're 3-6 overall. They've lost their last 2. They're 1-2 at home and 1-1 away. As they get their first point in this one, so it'll be now 2-1 in favor of the Bengals. Taking a look at this team, Sarah Krufka, a very strong settler for Sacred Heart. As this one's over the court, in and out. Back and forth both go. Nice block there by Sacred Heart, still going. And keeping it alive is the Bengals. Across the middle, dug out there. And then another point will be in favor of the Bengals. So get ready, number 7, Haley Keck will serve this one for the Bengals. The freshman from Iona, Idaho. The floater across the middle, saved by Sacred Heart. Played along by Pearson. Keeping it alive is Sacred Heart. And then on to the hands of Farrer. Over top the net it goes. And then we have a whistle. Looks to be an error on Sacred Heart. Point in favor of the Bengals. The Pioneers 3-6 heading into this tournament. They look for their first win in 3 games. They fell to James Madison last time out, but I mentioned Krufka had 17 kills and 6 digs in that game. As they're serving right now, here comes a spike. That one will fall for Sacred Heart. Right into that back 6th zone. And it's 4-2 right now. Bengals in front. As Anna Gonzalez gets ready for the floating serve. Kept alive and just out of the reach there of number 7, Kiki Robinson. Another point for Idaho State, 5-2. So the Holly Young Invitational, again in its 8th year, will be running. We got a game again tonight. Holy Cross will take on the home team, the University of New Hampshire, who's coming off a stellar win against Harvard in straight sets. Because that's going to be another point for the Pioneers, and a few subs will come in and out. Leah Lieb will come in for Sacred Heart, and she will serve right now as the Pioneers look to chip their way back here early in this first set. Head coach for the Pioneers, Rob Machen, his 8th season, 27 years of volleyball experience. He turned the Sacred Heart program around. This one goes through and over the top, but then a huge serve there resulting in the kill for Idaho State. Number 10, Chloe Hurst, the outside hitter from Bountiful, Utah, finds the back corner. She'll serve right now. Floater across the middle, dug out there by the Pioneers. Over the top. And that will be a service error on Hurst, so a point for the Pioneers, making it 6-4. Pioneers get ready to serve right now in their red uniforms. The Bengals in their white with orange trim. That will go outside, and a point for Idaho State. The service error catches the Pioneers. Brooke Pearson now for the Bengals. A floater across the top of the net. Back around, that one will fall. Pioneers get the point. Talk about Machen and his experience. He turned this program around back in 2011. They made the national tournament with the first ever team from the NEC to upset a ranked team, beating Stanford in that first set, ultimately falling. As they're playing this right now, dug out there by Idaho State, keeping it alive. That will fall, point Bengals. That one went back and forth a few times. Pearson might have got a piece of it, but then Liab as well. And now the serve for the Bengals. Comes from Farrer. Trying to keep it alive was number 7, Haley Keck, but it goes off her wrist, and it'll be a point for the Pioneers. And now coming in is Sarah Krufka. I mentioned she had those 17 kills last time out against James Madison. She's a senior from Santa Margarita, California. One of the better players that we'll see for the Pioneer roster. Machen has gotten Sacred Heart to the postseason 7 of 9 years. He's turned this into our Northeast Conference powerhouse. But first time here taking on the Big Sky Idaho State Bengals. Idaho State, located in Pocatello, Idaho, was founded in quite a long time ago, 105 years. Blocked down there by the Pioneers, getting a piece of it. Number 2, Sarah Krufka. Makes it 8-7 Bengals. Rissa Todd was trying to get that one in for the kill, and here comes the floating serve. Volleyed away. Here comes another one. That one will fall for the Bengals, and just like that, they show a little bit of what they have to offer, coming with a kill of their own. 9-7 here in this first set at Lundholm Gymnasium, the University of New Hampshire. The serve from Abby Jensen, one of the better players for the Bengals. That's going to go wide of that one zone. And a point for the Bengals. Still serving is Jensen, a sophomore from Roseville, California. She gets up there. She's 6 foot. Great floating serve right there. Jensen keeps it alive for the Bengals. Looking for the kill there. Blocked away by the Pioneers, but the Bengals get the point. As they move this lead up to 4 with a little cushion. Jensen to serve once again. Over the top. Played around by Robinson. And the Pioneers will get the kill. Sarah Krufka registering one. As she serves. Easy kill there for the Pioneers. Gianna Scoletti with her first of the afternoon. As Leela Palmer is able to get the kill, turning out to be a big one. Now they get the last 3. It's 11-10. Leila Palmer, the outside hitter junior from Cypress, Texas, still serving. Blocked there by the Pioneers. This one's going to go far, but kept alive. Palmer was able to get a piece of it. The free ball goes over. Bengals looking for the kill. Dug out there by Gonzalez. Still back and forth. That's just going to be a service error. A couple too many times touching the ball, point for the Pioneers, and we're tied up for the first time. It's 11-11. Palmer again will serve. That was a liner, but made it over, and a point for the Pioneers, their first lead. 12-11. All under Palmer serving right now. Here comes another rocket of a serve. Trying to tip it away was the Bengals, and that will just be out of the reach of Keck. And now 13-11 in favor of the Bengals. First ever trip here for the Idaho State Bengals coming here to the University of New Hampshire. Dug out by Farrer. Keeping it alive is Sacred Heart. Blocked down by the Pioneers. Number 5 getting a piece of that, Scaletti. And a huge block by Davis. Dug out, a beautiful dig there by Abby Jensen as it results in a point, though, for Sacred Heart. 14-11 right now. Head coach for the Idaho State Bengals, Rick Reynolds, in his second year. Last 4 years have been great for the Bengals. They've won 20-plus games 4 consecutive years. Keck will get ready to serve this one. Down 2, it's 14-12. The bump and in for the kill. Gianna Scaletti, the freshman, had a lot of open space there and was able to connect. Push this lead up to 15-12 in favor of the Pioneers. That'll just go outside on the service error. Point Bengals. So it's been close here in this first set for both teams. Pioneers are averaging 11.5 digs per set, 13.7 kills per set. That will go outside, point Bengals. As Marissa Todd will get ready to serve. Comes a small floater across the top. Dug out by Robinson, still fighting for it. Is Robinson. Over to Jensen. Krufka with the kill. 16-14, Pioneers. Leah Lieb will now serve. Pioneers went 1-2 in their own Fairfield tournament. Dug out by the Bengals. Free ball up. Back and forth we go, and then the whistle, point Pioneers. Just trying to get that small touch in the second zone. Too many touches for the Bengals. Farrer gets it over the net. Hard kill there, blocked down and dug out by the Bengals. Lieb gets a piece of it for Sacred Heart. Dug out by Jensen, but too much mustard on that one. Results in a point for the Pioneers, moving it up to 18-14 as we're going to take a timeout here by the Bengals. So Sacred Heart making their way here to the University of New Hampshire. 1-1 record right now against the Wildcats in their career, as they will face them tomorrow as we look at that schedule.
Look over in that direction.
Tonight at 7, UNH will take on Holy Cross, and then tomorrow we got 4 for you. You're in for a treat. Idaho State will take on Holy Cross early at 10 a.m. At 12:30, UNH will then take on Sacred Heart. And at 4:30, Sacred Heart will go from back-to-back to take on Holy Cross. And the finale will be between UNH and Idaho State. So get your popcorn ready. That will certainly be a good one. First time meeting between those two teams. As both teams dismissed from the timeouts. Right now, 18-14 in favor of the Pioneers. So far, only 1 kill for Farrer in favor of the Bengals. Sacred Heart, a few amongst their best players. Leab is with the floating serve, dug out by number 13, Farrer for the Bengals. The bump, looking for the small kill there, and then this one will fall. Point Bengals. Farrer just got it into that back zone. It's 18-15 Pioneers. As Hurst serves it. Dug out to Leab. And bada bing, bada boom. Leab connects with a kill in the back corner. 19-15 Pioneers now, as they're looking to get this first set. The floater across the middle from Keck. That's going to be an easy point for the Pioneers that couldn't get over the net as they reach the 20-point mark. Brooke Pearson for the Bengals, 48 blocks on the year. And Keck has 160 digs to her credit. Served across. Bengals looking for a point. They will get one. As it's 20-16. Brooke Pearson will now serve. From Syracuse, Utah, a redshirt freshman with the floater. Will be an error and a point for the Pioneers. 21-16 now in favor of Sacred Heart. Allison Riggs, for that matter, senior from Anaheim, California, would get the serve now for the Pioneers. Floater across the top, just makes it. Dug out here, staying alive with this one. Free ball, kept in by Keck. Off Scaletti. Hard kill there. It will not fall. Bengals get the point. That was a close one. It's hard to tell from up here, but it will be in favor of the Bengals as they still trail down by 4 here in this first set. The Hall Young Invitational. Scaletti. And then a kill for the Bengals. Now they're rallying a little bit. As we wait for the serve. From Farrer. Hard bump, but kept alive by Keck. Over the top into that third zone. Still alive for Sacred Heart. Will that get over the net? Blocked down by the Pioneers. From Leab. Point, Sacred Heart. 22-18. Kiki Robinson will get the serve now for the Pioneers. A junior from Bakersville, California. A lot of girls from California on this squad for 8th year Rob Machen. Krufka, point Bengals. Couldn't keep that one in. And a few extra points as the Bengals are down 3, looking for a late comeback here in this first set. The first set is always instrumental to this match. Taking that one is the clear advantage. So we have a whistle. So we wait and see what the call was. The referee's maybe looking at bad placement. Either way, it's going to be an infraction on the Pioneers and a point for the Bengals, 22-20 right now. Lee is able to serve it, but a bad service error results in that point. It's a gimme, 23-20, Sacred Heart. In their own tournament for the Bengals, they lost all 3 of their matchups to BYU, Missouri, and Boise State. They get a point there to cut it to 2. So they're looking for a win after losing their last 3. They are 2-1 away, as this is their last tournament before conference play begins. Kept in by Robinson, and a hard kill there for the Bengals. They're a point away from taking this first set. 24-21. Allison Riggs will serve the floater with that back zone. Kept in by Keck. Hard hitting from Hurst. The kill still kept in by the Bengals. Nice dig there by Keck. Kiki Robinson, hard kill. Keck with it. And it will be a point for Sacred Heart, and they will take the first set 25-21 as we switch sides here. Keck did a good job for the Bengals to keep that one in, but it resulted in the volley where Gonzalez was able to get the kill. So first set goes to Sacred Heart. They're up 1-0. They will look for the next 2 sets to try to sweep the Bengals. Welcome back here to Lundholm Gymnasium here at the University of New Hampshire for the Holly Young Invitational. So Idaho State taking on Sacred Heart. The Pioneers getting that first set win, 25-21. Right now they're in favor of kills, 15-8. As Idaho State looks to fight back, dropping that first set. We will switch sides. Sacred Heart will go from right to left in their red jerseys, and for Idaho State, they'll go from left to right with the orange trim jerseys. Right now, Krufka has 5 kills for Sacred Heart, leading them, where Jensen has 2 for the Bengals. See what Reynolds' squad has up their sleeves here in this one, looking to fight their way back and tie this match at 1. Already a great volley from both teams to start. Here he looks for the kill from number 4, Jensen. Kept alive by the Pioneers. They'll just give a free ball up. Here's the set and the kill. The Bengals strike first. Haley Farrer with her first in this one. She serves now for the Bengals. The floater into that back corner. Kept alive by the Pioneers. That'll be blocked down by the Bengals, so a point for the Pioneers. Those blocks can be amazing sometimes, but yet devastating to your own team if the deflection falls short. We're tied at 1. It's going to be a service error to get a point right back to the Bengals, as Jensen will serve. Floater across the top of the net. That one will fall back corner, point, Pioneers. What a hit there for the Pioneers. Tie this one up at 2. Gianna Scaletti with it. Dug out by the Bengals. That one will fall in for a kill. Chloe Hurst. Keck will now serve it, as the Bengals look to attack. Bumped away, and then another bump over the top. That's a hard strike, but it will fall short. It says it was deflected, actually, so a point for the Pioneers. Still up 3-2. Haley Keck with the kill. Lee was rewarded the assist there. So it is tied at 3. Served by the Pioneers. Keck digs it out. Here's the set. That one goes over the top. Dug out by the Pioneers. Palmer was able to get a piece of it, and it results in a point, 4-3. Maddie Lozier with the kill. Lieb set it up. And Lieb will now serve. Dug out by Keck. The set. Short tip there. Free ball. That one will drop. Just a little flick of the wrist and the touch by the Pioneers as they move it up to 5-3 now. Michaela Dole was able to tip that one in. Right in that number 6 zone, it worked out for them. Dug out by Keck. Over the top, it will fall, and a point for the Pioneers. So a couple bad setups here by the Bengals. It will be an attack error by Farrer. So 6-3 Pioneers in the serve. Dug out. Kept in, and the Bengals will finally strike. Marissa Todd was able to get that one into the back corner. 6-4. So Reynolds and the Bengals went 23-10 overall last year. So far 4-6. They really want to win. What a kill there by the Pioneers. Michaela Dole with the rifle right across the top. See the flames burning up out after that one. 7-4 Pioneers. And the serve. Keck. Across the top. Dug out by the Pioneers. Farrer gets a piece of it, and it will result in a point for the Bengals. So back and forth action here from Lundholm. Chloe Hurst will get registered with the kill there. She serves it. The setup. Blocked down by the Bengals Point Pioneers. Serve. That one looked like it was going to go over the top. Still in play. You can play that ball. And the free ball back to the Pioneers. Dug out. This is a solid volley right now. And then the push. And the kill by Farrer. Beautiful play up front. Instead of just hitting it, she decided to swipe it away. It fell. 8-6. Bengals trailing. Farrer's second kill today. Coming back are the Pioneers. The two-man advantage block does not work. The Pioneers will go up 9-6. Maddie Lozier was able to get the kill on that one. Lieb set it up. That one will fall for the Bengals. Abby Jensen connects from the left side across the top and for the kill. 9-7 Pioneers. So back and forth action here in the second set. Right now Sacred Heart up 1-0 in this match. Pushed away by Farrer. Dug out by the Pioneers. Hard kill there. Leela Palmer. Showing everyone what Texas is about with the hard kill through the middle. Pushes it to 10 points for Sacred Heart. And then the service error, they'll give a point right back. Palmer has 5 kills so far today. Also 6 digs. And a hard kill will fall into that left side zone. Sarah Krufka answers the bell. 11-8 Pioneers. Bengals need to keep fighting back, as service errors have cost them so far. But actually, the Pioneers have 6 service errors, leading that category, and a point here for the Bengals. Uncharted territory for the Bengals. First trip here to University of New Hampshire. First trip and first time playing Sacred Heart. Keck with the serve. Blocked down by Palmer. Staying alive is Hurst with it. What an absolutely nice dig there by the Pioneers to keep it in, and it results in a kill. Anna Gonzalez dove to her right with one fist, was able to dig it out, and it results to the kill by the Pioneers as Michaela Dole racks up another one. She has 7 so far today. 12-9 here in the second set. Lieb with the serve. Dug out by Farrer. Point Pioneers. Starting to run away with this one here in the second set. Chloe Hurst for the Bengals, credited with the attack error, gives a point away. Gonzalez keeps it in, little tap across the middle. Hard hit, blocked down by the Pioneers. Kept alive by the Bengals. They're gonna have to give a free ball up. Again, blocked down from Riggs. Hard kill there, staying alive is Keck. Great job to get on her knees. Longest volley so far, free ball up from Farrer. Gonzalez now looking for the setup. Blocked down by the Pioneers. Keeping it alive are the Bengals. This is something to watch right now, and that one will go outside, and finally a point credited to Sacred Heart. Well, that would get you sweating a little bit. That one was a long one, almost reaching 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Chloe Hurst again with the attack error. Keck from Farrer, across the top of the net into that back zone. One-handed kill there, then blocked down. Pioneers will get the point. They're up to 15-9, and we're gonna have a timeout by Reynolds. So 15-9 right now, Sacred Heart. 26 kills to Idaho State's 15. Attack errors in favor of Idaho State. It's 9-7. The service errors in favor of the Pioneers, 6-2. Big Sky honors last year. Teresa Lyman, Mackenzie Filer, and Farrer was one of the ones on that list for the Bengals, who finished, again, 23-10 overall last year. Loss in the conference tournament. Margaret Smith has 1,793 kills. That was the record by Idaho State's own Smith back in 1984 through 1987. And then if you're wondering who has the record for digs, Kylie Surlee Sessions, peaking almost 1,800 between her career from 2011 to 2014. And they last made this tournament, the NCAA tournament for that matter, was back in 2013. So Reynolds in his second year has that juicy 23-10 overall record, but would really love to propel the Bengals into the NCAA tournament. They play a lot of strong D1 teams. Looking at Missouri last week, Boise State, BYU. Now taking on NEC powerhouse Sacred Heart, looking for a win in this one. And as we're back to action, 15-9 Sacred Heart. Hurst is able to get the kill there, deflected away by Riggs at the top. So 15-10 Pioneers. That went off Farrer's arm. That's just going to be an easy double team block right into that number 3 zone up front from Hurst. 15-11. Bengals get a couple here. Try to make it something. Here's the setup. That one, what a play there by Keck. Hurst with it, blocked down by the Pioneers. Palmer's done well on the back end, and the Bengals will get the trifecta, 3 straight points. Cuts it to 15-12 deficit. Maddie Lozier with the attack error leads to that one. That's going to be a service error. They give a point right back. That's going to be agonizing if you're coach Rick Reynolds. You scratch your head a little bit. Service error is something you don't want to give up. Pioneers will now serve. Here's Liam. Saved away by Gonzalez. What an absolute snipe of a dig. Leaning to her right. Here's the serve now. Kept alive, over the top, Hurst. That one's blocked away by the Pioneers, but they'll get the point over to the Bengals on the service error. Or attack error for that matter, my apologies. So 16-13 now. Bengals serving. Left side of your screen, Hurst. And again, a service error after they get a point. They're actually going to give that a ball handling error by Lozier to the play prior. That will be a new one for me today. Keck with it, kept alive. Point Bengals. Farrer took the kill across the top. She wound up for that one. And it will result in a error for the Pioneers, so it's 17-14. Another service error for the Bengals. Point Pioneers. They're up to 18-14 now. Brooke Pearson was getting the kill before. It was a block error by Palmer. Very close stats, but Sacred Heart coming away right now with the score. That was a soft floater across the top, and then a point there for the Bengals. Farrer with that confusing dig out, and then she was able to kind of just, again, swipe it on over for it to drop. She'll serve. Pushes this one across. Set up there, kill, Pioneers. Leela Palmer makes up for the block error. She had a couple serves earlier. Gets it right back. Gianna Scoletti with the kill. But that will be a service error on her. Every time I get excited, it seems like a service error comes away from it. So I'm just going to kind of calm down after a great kill. Takes out the momentum. This one's across the middle. Winding up for that one were the Pioneers. Across the top, dug out. That one bumps away over the top of the net. Robinson, that one will fall. Pioneers again get the kill. They move up to 20-16 now. Krufka with her 8th kill, and we're going to take a quick timeout. It's 20-16 in favor of Sacred Heart. They're looking for that second match here in this one. We're going to take a quick break, though. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Holly on Invitational here on YouTube.
All right, you got to touch, give that to me. Technically, they don't want you to do anything. I used to ask people to give me just a head shake, but nothing is what they want you to do now. I'll look at you, you just look right back at me. What are you doing in between sets?
What do you mean? After the set, what do you do? I'm looping around, getting the balls, going, hitting the flow line.
Welcome back here to Lundholm Gymnasium. So far, Sacred Heart up 20-16. Bengals look to fight it back. Again, thank you for watching here on YouTube. The start of the Holly Young Invitational in its 8th year. UNH welcomes all the teams. Hurst with the little tip. And that will be a attack error on the Pioneers. Point Bengals. As Keck gets ready to serve. See if she comes with that offset technique. She's had a few floaters across the top so far in her serve game. She'll kind of put a little more heat on that one. Trying to save it. And bad miscommunication there by the Pioneers. Bengals striking back after the timeout. It's 20-18 now. My name is Ben Non on behalf of UNH Wildcat Productions. Bringing you the first of 2 today and a slate of 4 tomorrow in the 8th annual Holly Young. Gonzalez tries to dig this one out. Free ball up for the Bengals. Hurst jousted away there by the Pioneers, but a point for the Bengals. They come into one now. Actually, they're going to give that to the Pioneers. So I missed that one. My apologies. Looked to be an attack error by Pearson. That's what tripped me up. So 21-18, and now serving are the Pioneers. Keck keeps this one alive. The setup to Hurst. It will be out. Point Pioneers. Move up to a comfortable 4-point lead here in set number 2, looking to go up 2-0 in the match. First 1-3 wins. Dug out by Todd. Jousted away by the Pioneers. Point Bengals. Marissa Todd from Kaysville, Utah, redshirt junior, will serve. Across the top from Lieb. That one will fall, and it's a point for the Pioneers. Michaela Dole, the outside hitter, went to Western High School in Cypress, California. Has 7 kills today. She serves right now on your screen. Service error on her part makes it 23-20. As Hurst gets ready for the Bengals to serve, they need a quick 3 to tie this one up. Pioneers 2 more points. They take the second set in a commanding 2-0 lead. That one's going to be out. Dole gave it her best, but no cigar. 23-21 now. Hurst again will serve. Hurst leading the Bengals with 6 kills. She also has 5 digs to her credit. Pushed away, but an attack error hitting the net. And now, just like that, it's a 1-point deficit for the Bengals, making this one a lot more interesting. A lot of open space in that front zone. The Pioneers in their setup. Miscommunication, but a great job there by Gonzalez to just give that free ball up. Pushed away, blocked in. Gonzalez again dives down, keeps it away. Free ball from the Pioneers to the Bengals. Keck sets it up. Here comes the attack by Hurst, jousted away by the Pioneers. Hurst looking for the setup. Again, jousted away by the Pioneers. We have a good volley here, and the kill goes to the Pioneers. Leah Lieb was in the right spot at the right time, as that one was set up for her on a platter, and she took the chicken. 24-22. Set point will be a service error. Liesel Nellis, who just popped in, gets the service error, gives one right back to the Bengals. Crunch time here in the second set. Sacred Heart up 1-0. Looking to move up to 2-0, but the Bengals won't go quietly. Alexis Patton comes in for Sacred Heart. Or for Idaho State, for that matter. She serves right now. On your screen, over the top. It will fall down. Dug out by the Pioneers. Across the top, it will fall, and the Pioneers take the second set. 25-23. And if that's just the beginning of what's going to be a great tournament, then we're in for some excitement here in this one. As both teams are going to switch sides, take a timeout, we're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching the Holly Young Invitational here on YouTube. We'll be Welcome back here to Lundholm Gymnasium, here at the 8th Annual Holly Young Invitational, presented by UNH Wildcats, who will be on later tonight against Holy Cross, a team they are familiar with. But we'll get to that one a little later. Right now, the Idaho State, the Big Sky Bengals, taking on the NEC Sacred Heart Pioneers. The Pioneers in favor right now, 2-0 in sets as we reach to the third one. Idaho State, they've won 5 sets in the third set, in the third game for that matter, and right now they really need this one. It will be big for them. They actually have a combined throughout all the games this year of 219 points in the third set. The Pioneers, though, will serve first, up 2-0, going from left to right across your screen in red. Get to the statistics in a little bit, but that will start off with a service error, and the Bengals take the 1-0 lead. My name is Ben Nunn on behalf of UNH Wildcat Productions, bringing you the first of 2 tonight and 4 tomorrow here on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. As Keck serves it across the top. Pioneers get the kill early, and we're tied at 1. Gianna Scaletti from Westboro, Massachusetts. Guess you could say that's a local around these parts compared to all the girls amongst California and Texas. She gets a kill there. Set up now by the Bengals, who will also rally back with a kill to the far right side corner as Hurst puts that one on the board. And Marissa Todd will serve. Brooke Pearson actually registered with the kill there for Idaho State. Hurst keeps it alive. Gonzalez gets a piece of this one. Here's the setup. Dug out there by the Bengals, free ball. Abby Jensen dove to her right with one fist to be able to get it. That one's jousted away by the Bengals. Here's the setup. Dole gets in on the action. Pushed across. We're going to have a free ball here. But then the attack error occurs, and the Bengals get their third point of this third set. So for those who are just joining us, Sacred Heart took the first 2 sets. Very close games, but it was in favor of the Pioneers, making the trip here to the University of New Hampshire. Jousted away by Hurst. Hurst and Todd tag team that one in for the kill. And it's 4-1 Idaho State. Coming back with a little more energy here in this third set. As Rick Reynolds telling her girls they have to step up. That'll be a point for the Pioneers off the attack error. It's 4-2. So right now leading for the Pioneers. Krufka has 8 kills. Dole just passed her for 9. Hurst leading for Idaho State with 6. Gonzalez keeps it alive left side. Through the middle, that was going to be way out. Sent to another atmosphere. Point Bengals. Sarah Krufka talked about earlier. She leads a team with 118 kills coming into this one. Dole's right behind her with 99. They both have been huge tonight for the Pioneers. Tough angle to corral that one and keep it alive by Todd for the Bengals. Results in a point for the Pioneers. It's 5-3. So the Pioneers won the first set 25-21, and then the second set 25-23. They get a point here. So it's been close, and if you like close, then you're watching the right game here on YouTube. I'll tell you that much. The second game, though, for UNH will be on AmericaEast.tv against Holy Cross. That's at 7 p.m. Kill there for the Pioneers. Leah Lieb gets in on the action here in this third set. It's 5-5. We're all knotted up. Across the top, dug away. Keck with the over-the-top dig, and it will result in a point for the Bengals. Sometimes the odd ones is what works out best. You get that lucky bounce. So we get the serve here from Pearson. It will fall. Palmer has 2 aces on the day, but we haven't seen any from Idaho State. That's a huge kill across the top into the back zone. Point Bengals, they're starting to run away with this just a tad. It's 8-5. And Abby Jensen with another kill coming off that one. They give it away to a service error. Now Dole will serve for the Pioneers. We're tied right now 7-7, it says. (8-6) for that matter. It's 8-6. Here come the Pioneers with the serve across the top. It'll be a service error. So trading service errors back and forth. 9-6 Idaho State. As Taylor Meeks, who we haven't seen today, from Mountain View, Wyoming. Wyoming pops into the picture. The freshman 6'3" with the floater across the top. Set up here. Just going to be a little outside point as it comes off the deflection for the Pioneers, so they get a little lucky on that one. Allison Riggs will serve. So Michaela Dole got a piece of it. Hurst, that one's a pop fly, getting ready for the setup across the top. Kill by the Bengals. Marissa Todd finds the back corner, adds to her kill total today. That's her 5th so far on the afternoon. Serve is a floater across the top. The bump and the set. It's going to go off Keck's hand. Point Pioneers, 10-8 in favor of the Bengals. As Reynolds talks it on over to Abby Jensen. And Rob Machen hollers at Gonzalez, her libero. Pushed across the top. Bengals looking for the set. That one, what a play there to dig that one out by the Pioneers. Kiki Robinson dove to her right. Volley up the attack. Hurst gets a piece of it. It will be a point. Bengals. Coming off the attack error from Sarah Krufka. Pioneers have been hurting themselves today with the attack errors. Idaho State is hurting them with the service errors. That one's not going to elevate, and it will be a point again for the Bengals. First time all match they've had a lead this far into a set. Keck with it. Serves it across. The set. The kill. Keck bumps that one across. Almost maybe trying to get that double tap. Again, Keck pushing it away. That's going to be an easy kill for the Bengals. No one there. And if you're Rob Machen, you might want to take a timeout soon. And Keck will serve it. Bumped on over. Here's that one. Another point for the Bengals. Far out of the corner there to the right. 13-8 now. Now push the 14-8 is the score. Keck with another floater. Just outside of that front zone. Trying to joust it away with the Bengals. Keck with the setup. Blocked down, and the point there for the Pioneers, a much needed one. Krufka redeems herself after a couple attack errors. And it's 14-10 in favor of Idaho State. Giving it right back. I mentioned it, service errors. (15-9) is the score here at Lundholm. The start of the Holly Young Invitational. That's going to misdirect itself out of play, going off the stanchion, and it will be a point for the Bengals as a substitution comes in. Number 21, Liesel Nellis from Estonia. She comes in now, down 16-9. Trying to propel Sacred Heart to a sweep, but they're trailing. That one's gonna fall in for a kill. Sarah Krufka trying to pick up some slack. Her 10th kill of the afternoon. And Gonzalez there on the far side of your screen will now serve. The floater will sky over the top. Keck has to dig it out with one hand. Hurst answers the bell. Her kill pushes the lead for Idaho State up to 7, their largest of the afternoon here in this third set. As she serves. Dug out by Sacred Heart. Keeping it alive. Hurst has to block that one down, but dig it away. The setup. Jousted by the Pioneers, but it won't go over the net. Point Bengals, now 18-10. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and the Bengals can start seeing it here in this third set. Hurst from Robinson. That will fall in for another kill for Krufka. Set up there by Robinson. Enough open space in the middle towards that back zone. 18-11. Here's Lieb. Some spin on that one. Almost trips up the Bengals. Dug out there by Gonzalez. Over the top and off Gonzalez's hands. Point Bengals. You know, Gonzalez can only do so much. You dig one out, it'll go over the net. You have to get back into place. She couldn't dig out the second opportunity. That's a gimme over there, the Pioneers, as they'll get ready to serve. It's 19-12. Hurst just gonna miss outside. Point Pioneers. I mean, Hurst had the directory on that one. Right in that back corner, but they would not answer. She gets a piece of this one. Set up. Bengals jousted away by the Pioneers, but it will fall outside of the box. Point Bengals, they're up to 20. So they're right on the horizon now of taking this third set, keeping this match alive. Ferrer. Lieb. Keck pushed across. That's going to fall to the outside. Point Pioneers. Ferrer did everything she could to keep that one in. The setup was over to Jensen, the outside hitter. Took her shot but could not answer. 2014. And we're going to have a huddle here from both teams. As both will talk it on over. If you're wondering who has the kills record for Sacred Heart, that's Kimmy Rohleder, 497. She got that back in 2011. Program's been around for some time. And then also in that same year, back in 2011, Jessica Kohlberg, 530 digs. Sacred Heart, located in Fairfield, Connecticut, was founded in 1963. And I mentioned they will play UNH tomorrow. Their all-time record between the Wildcats, they've won one and they've lost one. So you'll be able to check that one out tomorrow. Again, the schedule for those just joining us. Right now you're seeing Sacred Heart taking on Idaho State here on YouTube. We got UNH taking on Holy Cross. That will be on AmericaEast.tv. That's at 7. So, again, get your popcorn ready, take a seat, watch some exciting volleyball. And then tomorrow, well, I know it's a college football day, but you might want to change your mind because we have 4 good ones on for you. Idaho State will take on the Crusaders of Holy Cross early, have some breakfast. 12:30 p.m. noontime, UNH will take on the Sacred Heart Pioneers right now. That's 12:30 again. 4 hours later, Sacred Heart will take on Holy Cross, and then the nightcap, 7 p.m. start, UNH taking on Idaho State. Again, UNH games you'll be able to find on AmericaEast.tv, the rest on YouTube. As we still have a huddle here, the referee's talking over about dinner plans, or maybe just the match in general. Pioneers will serve here, left side of your screen. They're down 6 right now. It's 20-14 in favor of the Bengals, looking to keep this match alive. Through the middle and a kill for the Bengals. Out of positioning was Palmer, and it hurt her team. Bengals now 4 more points to take this third set. Here comes the serve from Jensen. Dug out by Liam. Hard kill, but it will go into the next planet. Point Bengals 22-14, their largest lead today. Still serving is Jensen. The floater into the back zone. That will fall in for the Pioneers, and they needed that one. Gianna Scoletti, she's had a couple this set, connects on that one, 22-15. As Kiki Robinson gets ready to serve, her team's trailing 7 here in the third set. Though up 2-0 here in the match. Hurst, and Hurst is able to get that one off Gonzalez's palms. She was not able to dig it out. That was a powerful one. The outside hitter from Utah gets her team within 2. And then misjudgment of that ball, and now they have the set point in reach. Haley Keck will serve. And the Bengals will take their first set of the afternoon. They still trail 2-1. But as we switch sides, we will take a break. As both teams, again, will go get some water, and we'll come back with you. Again, you're watching the Holly Young Invitational here on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Wait for them to clear over there before you finish over there. Thank you.
Welcome back here to Lundholm Gymnasium. The Bengals coming up big with that third set victory. Trail 2-1 as we go to the fourth set here in the first game or match of this Holly Young Invitational, the 8th annual here in Durham, New Hampshire. My name is Ben Nahn, here to bring you this one between the Idaho State Bengals and the Sacred Heart Pioneers. Both teams have lost their last few matches, so both looking for a victory here in this non-conference tournament. The Bengals go left to right and they get the first serve, but the Pioneers will get the first point. Attack error by the Bengals. 1-0 Pioneers. The story for the Bengals in that third set, Ferrer with 24 assists so far in this one, setting up the rest of her teammates. Service error there by the Pioneers. It's 1-1. Krufka right now leading Sacred Heart with 11 kills. Wow, Hurst has 9 for the Bengals. That one will fall in for a kill. Sarah Krufka adds to her total. That's her 11th. Found the opening right in that back zone. As Gonzalez serves now. Dug out there. Pioneers keep it alive. Free ball. It will go over the top to Keck. The setup by Ferrer. It will fall in for a point for the Bengals. Gonzalez deflected it. We're knotted up at 2. Keck will serve for the Bengals. The libero in her bright orange jersey. Over the top. Snuffed away there by Robinson. Kept in now by the Bengals. The setup. Gonzalez with a dig, but it'll go short towards the bleachers. Point Bengals. Haley Ferrer, the story so far for the Bengals as they've jump-started this fourth set as well. She's been setting up her teammates left and right. That's going to be a rocket towards the middle. Keck will just abide by it as Dole racks up her 10th kill of the afternoon. We're tied at 3. Again, the first time between these two schools, as Idaho State has never played Sacred Heart, nor been here to the University of New Hampshire. They try to keep this match alive, trailing 2-1. Gonzalez can't get to that. Point Bengals. Well, we've seen Sacred Heart go from left to right and mix up their formation. Just a lot of open space towards that third zone. That's jousted away by the Bengals. Kept alive, though, as Dole. Blocked down by Jensen. Set up by Ferrer. And a point for the Pioneers. Marissa Todd could not connect. As Dole will serve. The Pioneers in their red jerseys will go from right to left across your screen. Looking to take this first match of the Holly Young Invitational. That's going to be a snipe of a kill, back corner. Brooke Pearson wants to join the party, and she does. 5-4, Bengals. The floater over the top, dug out there. And back on over the free ball. Keck gets it. And Jensen will get the point. They're on that far side. She waits for Ferrer's set, and she has connected so far tonight. That is her 9th kill. Serving is Hurst. The floater against the top. Dole punished away by Hurst. And Jensen comes right back with it. Point Bengals, it's 7-4. Hurst again will serve. Dole digs it out. Here's the setup. Keck Keck with a great dig. And Dole lunges and keeps this one in. Gonzalez has to give this one up. The set. It will be a point for the Pioneers. Great individual efforts there from Dole and Gonzalez for the 5th point. That one we blocked down, but a point for the Bengals. Haley Farrer again connects as Keck will go out and we'll have the serve. Pearson will serve it back left. 8-5 in favor of the Bengals here in the 4th set. The serve from Lieb. Blocked down and another kill. The Bengals are on fire. Ever since they lost those first 2 sets, they've jump-started, and Reynolds must have said something during one of the timeouts as they have found their groove. Once again, Pearson will serve. She jumps. That will just go over the top. Set up for Lieb, and the Pioneers will strike. As Liesel Nellis again comes in. Sarah Krufka as well, the leading point getter today for the Pioneers, 12 kills. She has an assist as well. Dug out. Jensen jousted away by the Pioneers. Keck sets it up. Jensen again. Dole gets a piece of it. Set up here for the Pioneers. Dug around. Hurst jumps across. Gonzalez is going to set this one up. Good placement by both teams. Here's Jensen. Jensen connects. 10-6 Bengals. Haley Farrer, 32 assists so far in the setup. She serves right now. Lunging is Dole. Blocked down. That one will fall. Point for the Pioneers. Gianna Scoletti. Her 8th kill of the afternoon. In 4th right now for the team. Farrer, Jensen. Point Pioneers. Falls short and outside. And the serve by the Pioneers. It's a floater. Jousted away there. Here's Jensen. That long reach is in her favor. Deflected away by Sacred Heart. And Jensen will now serve. Jensen has been instrumental. Can't say that enough. 11 kills so far. She has a couple errors to her credit, but really being on that back end has benefited her. As Reynolds talks to the referee right now.
You can have water near the
and Farrer will head on over to her.
Make sure nothing spills. All right, right.
Benny the Bengal, the mascot for Idaho State. He's not here in attendance, but just a quick fact for your pleasure. So we're going to have a quick timeout. We'll keep you right here. Pioneers down 11-8. Look to come back and win this in 4 sets. They've lost their last 2. The Bengals have lost their last 3. So a tug-of-war match here in this one to start off. What's sure to be in another amazing Holly Young Invitational. Every time, same place. Here on Wildcat, here on behalf of Wildcat Productions, we're happy to show it to you. We have multiple camera angles for this one too. So you're here to watch the best volleyball action. Jensen with the serve, he'll float on over the top. Pioneers look to strike and strike quick. They will get that much needed point. Sarah Krufka with the kill is deflected by the Bengals. It's 11-9. It's a barn burner. It's how most of it's been. First 2 sets went in favor of Sacred Heart, but only by 2 points. Last one was a 10-point margin in favor of the Bengals. Krufka Watch out for that ball, because when Sarah Krufka gets a piece of it, it will hurt. Another kill to her credit, 14 on the afternoon. As we wipe off the court here a little bit.
Yeah. You know, there was just
Quick
one thing
fact
I
here
said.
about Rob Machin. You know, I said 27 years of experience. He founded the Long Beach Volleyball Club back in 1986, and that's done a lot to a lot of volleyball players that have attended that club.
Captain, we're charging you a delay.
The
It's a
skills
little-
and the training they
Don't do
need
that
to
again.
progress at the next level. Now in his 8th season at the helm for Sacred Heart. He's made them a powerhouse, 2-time champion in NEC Conference, the Northeast Conference, back in 2010 and 2011. Back-to-back titles. That's something Coach Jill Hershinger of UNH in 21 years has in common with Machin winning back-to-backs. Gonzalez with the serve. Bengals look to answer. Hurst powerhouses that one to the opposite side near that close zone, and it's a kill to her credit as she keeps racking up the kills. 13 or 12 to 10 Bengals as Keck gets ready to serve. This one will sky over the top. The set. Dole answers right back with a fierce kill of her own. These outside hitters for both teams have been huge. That's Dole's 11th. The set from Kiki Robinson. And Leah Lieb will now serve. Across the top. Dug out. The set. Jousted away by the Bengals. Dole is able to corral it, keep it alive. She sets up herself. The little tap. Dug out there by Pearson. Hurst. Over to Lieb. Kept in by Jensen. That one might fall. Trying to joust it away was the top line of defense. We have a great sequence going here. Dole comes right back. Michaela Dole. Another kill, back-to-back kills in her favor. Has knotted this one up at 12. We're in for a doozy of a 4th set here from Lundholm. Keck keeps it alive. Over the top, that will just hit the net. That will be an attack error, and finally the Pioneers take a lead that they've been looking for since that 2nd set. So far, they have 50 kills. Idaho State with 43 as we're going to take a timeout. We'll keep you right here as both teams get a squirt. Right now, attack errors in favor of Idaho State, 17 to 16. So that margin's very close. Not many service aces, 9 combined. 6 for Idaho State, 3 for Sacred Heart. But the digs, that has been helpful for Sacred Heart, 54 to Idaho State's 48. And the blocks, very close as well. So 2 evenly matched teams here.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. When you make
As both teams get ready to come out of the huddle. Sacred Heart in their own tournament went 1-2. They beat Fairfield, but they lost to a strong team in Villanova and James Madison.
don't be going boom.
Kiki Robinson has 195 digs on the year. She's looked great tonight as well. She has 25 assists tonight, also 5 digs for Sacred Heart. Keck has 15, and Jensen has 12 for the Bengals. After Reynolds and Machin talk to their respective teams, we get ready for what's sure to be an exciting latter half of this 4th set in the serve from the Pioneers. That's going to be a service error, and we're tied up at 13 once again. And those service errors could be the difference as we come closer to the last stretch. Over the top. Lieb. Little push across, keeping it alive. We're going to have a free ball. Dole comes up with it. Dole connects. Forget about the free ball. Dole takes it herself, gets the kill, and she's been the story of this 4th set for the Pioneers. She's trying to catch up to Krufka. Individually, she has 13 kills. Krufka has 14. She serves. Misdirected. Keck has to keep it alive. Jensen's able to volley it over. Here comes the bump. Again, what a dig there by Jensen. Leah over the top. Kill, Pioneers. Riggs with it. Allison Riggs, the senior from Anaheim, California. Here's Dole over the top. Keck with it. Faking out the Sacred Heart team. They come back. Bumped away. Pearson. Gonzalez with a great job with that right hand to keep it alive. That's going to go out of bounds. Dole was trying to get another kill, so a point for the Bengals. As Hurst now gets ready to serve. Chloe Hurst with it over the top. Leah set up. Kill, Pioneers. Allison Riggs with back-to-back kills. She serves over the top. Dug out. Farrer gets it, jousted away. Free ball opportunity. We're tapping on over. That's just gonna go outside of that last zone. Jensen wanted it. 17-14 now in favor of Sacred Heart. So maybe a challenge would occur, but nothing. Here we go. Farrer, what a dig there by Liam. But outside, Bengals with a point. Hurst carefully just watched that one go towards the bench. And it's 17-15. So if you like drama, then you've turned to the right volleyball game here today. 17-15 Pioneers. Gonzalez. Jousted away by the Bengals. It will be a point. Jensen came out of nowhere looking for the stuff, and she got it. 1 point deficit now as they try to hang on here in this match. 17-16 Pioneers. That one will float over the top. Lieb sets it up. Farrer to Jensen. That one will fall. Point Bengals. The net was her best friend on that one. It escaped the netting and went right over the top. Tied at 17. Pearson able to get the serve. That will go out of bounds. Coming off of Nellis. And it's 18-17. A quick swing there for the Bengals, and they'll take another timeout. So looking towards the next game, the Wildcats will take on Holy Cross. They had a dominant win against Harvard on Tuesday. It was a very wonderful game. So as this 7-game homestand starts, they look for consecutive wins taking on Holy Cross. Demi Musis had 17 kills in that one. Let's see if she can continue her amazing run here against the Crusaders today. The Crusaders have not won in a while against the UNH Wildcats. UNH holds a 14-0 record all time. So they've never won, but they've kept it close. And I think that was the last time was in the 80s. Magner, someone to look for the Crusaders. She's the top one in digs right now. She has 138. MC Magner had 12 games in her last match against the Bryant Bulldogs, which they lost in straight sets. Sifferlin also leads the Crusaders with 167 kills this season. That's 5 per set. But to the matter at hand here, Idaho State up 1 right now on Sacred Heart. Farrer with the serve. Dug out. Over to Lieb. The setup. Just out of the reach of Hurst. But behind her. And the point for the Pioneers. Hurst got it with one arm. Was able to keep it alive. but Todd had her back to keep it up. It just hit the net. We're tied at 18. Here's the serve. A floater over the top. The setup to Jensen. Bang! 19-18 Bengals. Jensen has 12 kills this afternoon. As Farrer with the serve over the top. The Pioneers strike right back. Krufka says, if you can do this, Jensen, I'll do it better. Tied at 19. This is what volleyball is all about. Close sets. Every point matters. The floater against the top. Jensen digs it out. Set up by Farrer. Over the top from Todd. And it'll be a point for the Bengals. Deflected away by the Pioneers. First one to 20 now. Bengals in favor. Jensen will serve it. Idaho State looking for their first win here in New Hampshire. Their first win ever. And they're trying to tie it up at 2. Jensen saves it. Free ball over. What a play. The setup. Krufka gets the kill. We're tied at 20. Krufka came up from the back end on the far side, hit it from the outside, went across the top into that near side zone. Tallies this one up at 20. Again, Sacred Heart up 2-1 in sets right now. If they win this one, they win the match. Todd jousted away by the Pioneers. My goodness. Dole stepping up when it matters most. And a defensive play leads to a kill. It's 21-20. A seesaw set right now between these two teams. First time ever facing one another. Smothered away by Todd. Set up. Dole gets the kill. Michaela Dole with back-to-back kills. Puts her team up 2, and we'll take a timeout. We'll keep you right here. So 22-20 right now, Sacred Heart. They're leading the category in kills, and they're leading the score. 20 attack errors somehow has not killed them in this one. They have 20 to Idaho State's 19. And they have more service errors than Idaho State. It's 14-7. Sometimes it's just the way the ball bounces and the way you place it. And that's what's been beneficial tonight for Sacred Heart. Right now, Krufka with 16 kills. Dole's right behind her with 14. Dole also has 10 digs and a block, and that block led to that kill a couple plays earlier. Sacred Heart comes out from the huddle, talking it over with their head coach, Rob Machen, in his 8th season. Only 4 seniors on this team, the rest sophomores and juniors, in a good freshman class for the Pioneers. Again, they've lost their last 2. A win here to open up the Holly Young Invitational would mean a lot to this team. Idaho State won't go quietly. They're only down 2. Here's the serve from Gonzalez to Keck. Set up by Farrer. Hurst able to get the kill. Saved. It is saved. Oh my goodness. Gonzalez came out of nowhere. Still alive. Dug away there by Sacred Heart. Hurst. And we have a whistle. It will be a point for the Bengals. Both coaches come out maybe to challenge it. And that might have been the most confusing volley of the afternoon. Regardless, Idaho State gets their 21st point, and Keck will get ready to serve. This is turning into one of those drama plays that you like to watch every now and then. The excitement is there and the intensity. What's going to happen next? That one will fall for the Pioneers. They're 2 points shy of taking the match. Krufka once again connects with the kill. And here comes Liam. She'll serve now for Sacred Heart. Over the top by Todd. Todd comes away with it. That'll go off Liam's hands, and a point for Idaho State. 23-22. Tension building between both. Lundholm with the fans in attendance, getting on their feet. That one will just make it over the top of the net. Liam sets it up and blocked away there. Hurst coming up for the Bengals. And we're tied at 23. Hurst has 13 kills, 7 digs. She's also going to add her second block to her credit. And it was a big one. It's tied this one up at 23. Here's the serve. Liam over to Dole, and the kill. Dole has been the one you want to go to when it matters most, and match point for Sacred Heart. Dole will serve. 15 kills to her credit. Here we go. She spins it. She jumps up over the top. Keck keeps it alive. No one there. Save there. What a play. Liam sets it up. Sacred Heart wins. An absolutely breathtaking performance here in this fourth set from both teams. But Sacred Heart snaps their 2-game losing streak to take the first game here in the Holly Young Invitational. Again, the next game for Idaho State, they will play Holy Cross tomorrow, and Sacred Heart will take on UNH. Both those games are back-to-back starting at 10 a.m. Well, we'll come back with more volleyball after a couple hours here. UNH takes the stage in front of their home fans against Holy Cross. On behalf of UNH Wildcat Productions, my name is Ben Non. We'll be back more here from the Holly Young Invitational later. Have a good one.